I just finished my tour in North Korea, and a lot of things happened. It's been challenging filming. I wasn't able to film any blogs or anything in general, actually. Just filming in general was this country by far was the hardest, because they are very strict with what you do and how long you're in each place. I was never in any place for more than 5 or 10 minutes. So, I mean, I couldn't get the right shot, and I felt kind of bad about it, but I could never get the right shot. I'm sorry if my video for North Korea doesn't represent North Korea the way I wanted it to, the way it should be. I want to present every country as beautiful as possible, and I'm not sure I did so with North Korea, so I'm sorry for that. But a few notes I made in North Korea. In North Korea, there's no South Korea. There's nothing called South Korea. It is the southern part of Korea. Korea is North Korea and South Korea. So even to say South Korea is kind of rude for them. They don't appreciate it. They don't like it. So that was something I found interesting. Next is when I watch videos and I watch shows of North Korea, they always, in the Western world and in Japan, they always show the leader, Marshal Kim Jong-un, as a kind of tyrant, as a crazy guy. But here in North Korea, there's pictures of him everywhere, and all the videos that I see, he's so happy, he's smiling, and he's greeting people, and he's walking around. So there's a very different side of Kim Jong-un that I've seen. He actually, like before, I thought, he doesn't look so nice to meet. He doesn't look like a friendly person. But after being here and seeing the videos of him interacting with the Northern Koreans, of course it's like propaganda. Of course they're making videos, but the same is true in the West. They make videos of him looking like a tyrant or a crazy guy. Here they make him look like a good guy. But here, the videos that I saw, he genuinely looked like a nice guy helping the people. And I know that's what they want people to see, but just very different perspective on Kim Jong-un. Actually, there are 3 main people in Northern Korean history. One is President, I wrote the names down. One is President Kim Il-sung. He's the founder of present-day Korea, Northern Korea. And then his son is General Kim Jong-il. And they wanted to call him President Kim Jong-il, but he refused. He said Korea will only ever have one president, and that's Kim Il-sung, his father. So I thought that was really nice. So he's referred to as General Kim Jong-il. And then General Kim Jong-il's son is the current leader of Northern Korea, Marshal Kim Jong-un. And he's not called Marshal. He's not called General. He's called Marshal. It's interesting, the kind of line. I asked my guide, like, if Marshal Kim Jong-un had any children, and he said it's not his business. He doesn't need to know. It's really strange, because I'm interested what they call the next guy. He won't be president. There won't be another president of Northern Korea. That will always be President Kim Il-sung. So I wonder it won't be general, it probably won't be marshal, it'll be something new. I wonder what they will call him. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, and all the people here, every single Northern Korean resident, they wear a pin with the leader's picture on it. And it's like, you can't buy one. I actually asked if I wanted to, could I wear one? And they said, no, only Northern Koreans. And they got kind of offended. Everything here, they get so offended. It's really, like, sensitive. When I flew into the airport, I'm in the airport now, and right over there, there's 3, I don't know what they are. They look like C-130s, big, giant cargo planes, like war planes. I don't know if it's like a warning to people or like they're ready, but it's interesting. The whole feeling here, especially in the demilitarized zone, we went to the demilitarized zone, it's like they preach peacefulness, like they want peacefulness, but then everything that I see is like they're ready for war, they're ready to go to war, and they're so aggressive. They're really, really aggressive people. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. I really had high hopes for Northern Korea. I really wanted to come here and change my mind from what I thought it was going to be like, and it's quite strict. One of the most difficult things for me was I wanted to film at the Unification Arch. There's an archway with 2 Korean women above a big highway, and I really wanted to film there because a lot of what I see in Northern Korea is nothing but chaos, like crazy wartime struggle. That's the propaganda that the Western world is preaching. Not just the Western world, Japan and South Korea as well. So I wanted to show like a peaceful side to North Korea. So I thought the Unification Arch would be such a nice thing to film. So it was a huge, big fiasco. We passed the arch, and before I made the tour, before I came here, I asked the person that I paid, "Can you guarantee me we'll go to this place?" I sent the picture, and she said, "Yeah, of course, absolutely, 100% you will go." And then, so I paid, and then I came here, and we didn't go, and I felt so bad. Like I really wanted to have this be the thing I shot for North Korea. And eventually, I said, I really, really want to go here. Can we please go here? And my tour guide talked to the bus driver. I think he paid the bus driver off, basically, to go back there just for me and a few other people. And we stopped there and took pictures and video. And the worst thing is, I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes to film, and I can't do anything. It takes me 10 minutes to set up my camera and get the angle right and everything. And so I had very little time at this place, and it's not good. So I think I can't even use it. And I struggled so much to do this, to get this place. And I got to check my plane's not leaving. Okay, my plane's okay. It was a big fiasco, and I probably won't use the video. I'll show you a clip of what I wanted to use, but I probably won't use it just because I couldn't get the angle right. I couldn't perform. Normally when I perform, I spend 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours doing the same move, trying to get it as good as I can possibly get it. And it's tough. It's tough. I don't know. I got yelled at. And the place I wanted to film is right in the middle of the street. So it's crazy. I was getting yelled at, and you don't get yelled at in North Korea, you go to jail. So I really didn't want to go to jail. I almost got into trouble several times here because I realized in North Korea, I can't keep my mouth shut about things I believe. If I believe something, if I feel something is true, I have to say it. If I see something that I feel is wrong, I have to say it. It happened many times. I said many things that I probably shouldn't have said. But the biggest thing is they had a bunch of pictures of flags burning, US flags. And I thought, you never see pictures of flags burning. I've never seen a picture of a North Korean flag burning in Japan or in South Korea or in the United States. So they preach peacefulness. Northern Koreans all say, oh, they just want peace. But then they have pictures of US flags burning everywhere. I don't know. It really I didn't even say anything either. I just said, I don't think, what did I say? I said, I don't think it's ever right to burn a flag. If it's North Korean flag, or if it's an American flag, or if it's a Japanese flag, it's never okay. It's just mean, it's disrespectful. And my guide said, do you know what Japan did, the Japanese people did? And it's crazy. But I promised I need to make this a positive video, a positive message. And so I wanted to talk a little about the best experience that I had here. Yesterday, I went to this, I forgot what it's called. There's a temple nearby. Oh, Myeongshan, some mountain, a mountainside. And in this mountain, there's a building full of all the treasures, all the gifts that the president, the general, and the marshal, Kim Jong-un, received from different countries. So this place is huge. It's absolutely massive. We went down one hallway, and the one hallway was 300 meters. And the whole building, the whole building is, I think, 140 rooms. I went to 13 of the rooms, and they're just filled with treasures. Well, they told me there were 140 rooms, and they said they were all filled with treasures. Who knows? I don't know. But the 13 rooms that I went to, they were really interesting. Some of the treasures were unique, so many gifts from Hong Kong. I was really surprised. Of course, China. I knew China would give a lot, but Hong Kong also gave so many gifts. There were gifts from Japan and the US. Jimmy Carter gave a gift, and the people who gave the gifts were odd. There were 2 or 3 gifts from Billy Graham from the United States. Billy Graham is a religious leader in the US. It's so interesting. And Dennis Rodman, most people know Dennis Rodman came here, the basketball player, and he gave a couple gifts. And the CEO of some company in Japan gave a gift, but the gifts were quite nice. There are some really amazing things. Many Russian gifts, many gifts from Russia, Vladimir Putin and stuff like that. So, but that wasn't the best experience for me. The best experience was, while I was there, my tour was very small. It was just one other guy on my tour. And when we finished that, we went out to this balcony that was in the building, and there was a group of Northern Korean people who grew up in Japan. They were school kids from North Korea who live in Fukuoka and Hakata, Japan. And they lived there all their lives, so they're pretty much Japanese. And it was the best. It was the best feeling, like just speaking with them, and they know how to speak properly. Like they're not rude, they're not condescending. They were polite, they were kind. They know. It was just amazing. I'll post a picture of the group that I was with. They were so kind, and it made me feel so much better. Like, I love Japan. I love Japan more than anything. Japan is such a great place. These people made me feel like I was back in Japan. It was really, really nice. So that was a really good experience. I like that. It was up in the mountains. We went to a temple, and just meeting all those school kids, it's really familiar and really nice for me. North Korea was an adventure. It was fun. It was exciting to go here. There's definitely a thick feeling, like a threatening feeling when you arrive. It's heavy, but gosh, I'm glad that I went now. I'm really happy that I went now. I hope that there can be peace. I really do. I really don't care what any government says, US or Japan or South Korea, and especially North Korea. I definitely don't care what they say. But all I care about is there's peace. I hope that they can come to a peaceful resolution with all of this. Not sure they will, but we'll see. I'm Chris across the world, and North Korea is done. Next, where will I go? I'll fly to Shenyang next, and then I think I'll take the train to Beijing and Mongolia.